you eating well, exercising, but not losing weight? Today I'll share with you a couple of reasons why that might be. And I'm Dietless Living. Are you doing all the right things, eating well, exercising, but not losing weight? It's really frustrating, isn't it? The problem is that exercise doesn't change your unconscious eating habits, patterns, and behaviors. Your unconscious mind easily disguises your unconscious eating habits, patterns, and behaviors. Have you ever noticed that you exercise and then sometime, maybe within an hour or two, sometimes a little bit later, you find yourself reaching for something that you know isn't probably going to help you, but somehow your mind has rationalized that you've done a workout and it's okay to have whatever the little smackerel of goodness is, whether it's whatever your go-to food is. Sometimes it's salty, sometimes it's a fatty product, sometimes it's a sugary product, sometimes it's a creamy product, but there's some element of food, or there is some kind of food that your mind suddenly has your hand reaching out to grab. If the exercise that you're doing is actually increasing your physical, mental, or emotional stress levels, then your body's going to do what it's always done and look for known ways to release that tension, generally through emotional or impulse eating. If you're already living a stressful life, either at work or at home, exercise isn't always going to offset that. If exercise is just another thing on your to-do list, if you're trying to fit it in around a really busy schedule, exercise actually has the capacity to increase your physical, mental, or emotional stress. And so that's how it continually leads you to emotional and impulse eating. We try to out-exercise our poor eating habits, and exercise can help burn up some of the calories that we consume, the extra calories that we consume, but it doesn't actually solve our unconscious eating habits, patterns, and behaviors. At best, exercise is keeping your weight static. What you need to be able to do is bring the unconscious into the conscious to be able to make that change. So what can you do to do that? Exercise is vitally important to your health. It's important to your health now, and it's important to your health in the future. How your physical body is in the future is going to dictate how good or unpleasant or uncomfortable old age is. We need strength training because that's very important for our skeletal system, to have strong muscles to hold it all in place and keep our body flexible and supported. And we need a good cardiovascular system to keep our blood and oxygen moving. This is what makes us healthy and keeps us well throughout our life. But equally important, if not more important, is we need to rest our bodies. So how do you do both? The first thing to do is, before you start exercise, is create a gap. Just 5 minutes between getting to the gym and starting the activity, between getting to where you're going to go for your run and starting the activity. It's a transition time. Create 5 minutes where you just close your eyes and think about what you're going to do, what you're there to do, and how you want to be while you do it. Just to bring your mind to the activity that you're going to do. Normally what we do is we just run in, get dressed, get to the gym, get to where we're going to run, and we just take off. So we just want to create a little space between arriving and starting. That's the first thing. That's a little rest before you exercise. That's a rest for your body. Then while you're actually doing the exercise, it's important to breathe. Breathing is the most important thing. Most of us tend to hold our breath. We're shallow breathers, or if you're like me, you literally will hold your breath while you're doing your exercise, and you're only taking very small amounts of oxygen while you're doing your exercise. It takes practice and to remember to breathe while you're doing the activity, and to breathe down low to get some air into your lungs and keep your body relaxed. When we shallow breathe, we hunch, we tighten, we restrict, and that builds stress and tension in your body. So you're wanting to rest while you're exercising, and to do that you need to breathe. One of the other ways to bring rest into exercising is to be playful. Smile. Think of it as a game. Be playful in some way. Think of, if you've got music on, remember to dance, remember to move, because movement and dance is nice and gentle ways to move your body, which helps that restrictive feeling that you've been feeling at work while you've been stressed. And it helps to counteract that feeling of restriction that we have when we're shallow breathing. So remember to move your body and have a bit of fun with your activity. It doesn't have to be serious. Life is serious enough. And with Dietless Living, I just want everyone, if everybody just understood the value of having fun and smiling and enjoying themselves, it will make such a difference to the tension and stress in your body, in your mind and your emotions, and that reduces exponentially the instance of impulse eating. Check your thoughts. Remember to check in on the private conversations that you're having with yourself, because quite often, most of the time, we are doing one thing but we're thinking about something else. It is very common to be exercising but thinking about the problems at work, or doing your menu for home, or thinking about some other problem that's happening in your life. Be present in the moment with what you're doing, and check that the thoughts that you are having are positive thoughts. If you're thinking about anything that is stressful, any problem in your life, if you're re-rehearsing any of the problems of your life, you're actually generating a negative feeling in your body, and that's counterproductive to what you want to do. A, you want to be exercising your body for relaxation, and B, you want to be present, to be able to remember to smile and to breathe. And the last thing to do is to give yourself another 5-minute gap, another 5-minute window to rest your body between finishing exercise and going on to your next activity. The importance of resting and just having that moment, that transition moment where you close your eyes. It may be as you've done your last rep. It may be as you've finished your run before you get in the car. It might be 5 minutes in the car. It might be the 5 minutes before you start your car. It could be the 5 minutes before you get out of the car when you get home. It doesn't matter where it is, that 5 minutes, but take 5 minutes to let your body just go, oh, okay. Ideally, 5 minutes straight after you've finished. If you're at the gym, lay down on one of the benches for 5 minutes, close your eyes. If you've been for a run, just lay on the back seat of the car for 5 minutes, or on the grass. Oh, how pleasurable is that? On a park bench, just lay down. When we lay flat, our body, our autonomic nervous system gets to realign. Sort of, to me, it feels like it just goes, oh, you can feel the energy in your body and you relax. And that is the key to exercising and relaxing, getting the benefit of the exercising without fueling emotional and impulse eating. And in fact, it's counteracting emotional and impulse eating. Fun and playfulness are the antidote to stress. Breathing releases tension from your body. Taking the time to have 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after exercise is the way to bring mindfulness of where you are, where your brain is, where your body is, and making them come together in the same place. If that was helpful, click the little red subscribe button and come on over to katiegordon.me and visit me there. Bye for now.